Hello everyone, and welcome to Demonology, the ultimate tutorial and guide on beating demon difficulty levels in Geometry Dash. This is the pilot episode, and I am so happy to have finally started with it. My goal for this series is to make every player out there believe that they're capable of getting further in the game, beating harder demons, and achieving their dreams. You'll see what I mean in no time. But first, in case you haven't yet watched the prequel episodes, called the Ultimate Geometry Dash Guide, I suggest you go to this video's description to watch them so that you can learn the basic tips about playing the game. So, if you're ready, so am I. I just hope I'll be able to speak properly. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Alright, so, those of you who started playing Geometry Dash in the early days surely know what I'm talking about. Memorization, often also referred to as memo, has always been a part of the game when it comes to demon making. Memorization is a generally short sequence of clicks which you have to remember and execute flawlessly in a level not to die. It's pretty much everywhere nowadays. Creators combine it with portals, speed changes, limited vision, moving objects, unnecessary art, pretty much with anything they manage to find. Since it's such a common appearance, I wouldn't put all of it in the same bin. First, let's divide memorization into two sections. The first one is called mental memorization, including remembering the layout of the level and keeping the flow. The other one is, in contrast, called physical memorization, which includes muscle memory and game mode transitions. Once all of that is covered, I'm going to pass a memorization part of an extreme demon myself to show you what we've learned. Remembering the level's layout is fundamental to passing it, except if it's like a really easy demon, but that's not the case here. Obviously, you can't learn the level's layout in one run on practice mode and then expect to beat it. It just doesn't work like that. To remember a level's or a part's layout, you need the exact opposite. Normal mode. Make a copy of the level, place a start position at the beginning of the memorization part you wish to learn, and then only play it on normal mode. Practice mode will have the exact opposite effect. It will be harder for you to remember where to click. But if that method only gets you through like 10% of the part, let's say, simply move the start position near the spot you're dying at and play it on normal mode again. You can also use practice mode with auto checkpoints turned off in that case. But once again, trying to learn a memorization level with practice mode is like trying to learn a script by reading it over and over and over again. It'll make it way harder, but it's as you prefer. Keeping the flow is the next thing you'll know once you successfully pass the memorization part with the normal mode technique. However, only passing it once, which shows that you have successfully learned it, doesn't mean anything yet. Let's suppose that you're happy with your result. You start from 0%, reach that same memorization part that you've just completed, and you die immediately. Human memory is really unreliable, so let's give it a little boost. The most basic thing to do would simply be replaying that part until you're certain that you cannot die. That would be enough, but what I also like to do is either help myself with associations or with silent counting to learn the part faster. Associations, hence the name, remind you of a certain situation when you reach a certain part. They're usually pretty random, but they can be controlled if you've got the big brain. Example given, the level you wish to beat has a part where you have to click twice, then let go once, and then click twice again. We can create an association which reminds us of the click sentence. For example, today we've had 2 slices of bread for breakfast, but then one was burned, so we threw it away. And then we also had 2 eggs. That makes it 2, 1, 2, which is similar to the click pattern required. Now, to connect that, think about your breakfast every time you reach the 2, 1, 2 part. It will eventually sink into your brain and you will remember the combination. Counting silently is basically associations for those who haven't had anything for breakfast. For real though, when you reach a part with 2 clicks, 1 non-click and then 2 clicks again, all you have to do is count 1, 2, 1, 1, 2 as you click. It's way more efficient than you would imagine. Do that with the entire part, and not only will you sound like you're summoning a demon, you will also beat one relatively quickly. And off we go to the physical memorization, which is basically mental memorization that doesn't rely on your brain. Muscle memory is memorization combined with timing, and since timing is something I'll talk about in another episode, I'll try to tell you as much about muscle memory that's not related to it. So, for example, if there's a really tight spike that you have to pass, there is a source you can rely on to help you. Music. When you're approaching the jump, listen to the song, and once you hear a certain beat, click. It's almost guaranteed to help you, it depends on how synced the level is with the music. Music can also help you memorize entire parts of levels. All you have to do is click to the beat. But it depends. Last but not least, we have the game mode transitions. Here, you have to forget everything you know about memory, just like Raid Shadow Legends when it comes to mobile games. I am not their sponsor, by the way. Game modes are determined by portals, and going from one portal to another switches your game mode to another one that works in a completely different way. Only one click is required to get through the portal, but if you mess that one up, the game mode ahead will be messed up as well, and you will die. So to prevent that, simply try to find a way to sneak through the portal without having your ship upside down. It could literally be anything. Try every way possible and eventually you will get consistent. Okay, you remember at the start of the video when I said I was gonna pass a memorization part of an extreme demon? I wasn't kidding. This is what we're about to face. We are located in the Hell Factory and this is Ryan LC's part. It looks pretty insane. I think I've already passed it before, but I forgot literally everything about it, so I'm gonna have to rediscover it completely. Without any further ado, let's see what we've learned in this episode of Demonology. First things first, as I said, simply try to do it on normal mode and just get as far as you can. It seems like it's time for me to start silently counting. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then what I've seen many people do is they get scared of the part as soon as they start playing it, but that's just pointless because every part only consists of clicking, letting go, and maybe holding. That's everything there is. Sometimes it takes a while to discover parts like this, but this is the most efficient way to do it. Once you get the hang of it, you don't even need to count anymore. Now I got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, and then there's the timing. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I passed it. Never mind, I didn't. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Timing. 1, 2. Hold. Timing. There we go. No, we don't.